Welcome back to the Jeff and Hammy Show. I'm Hammy.
I'm Jeff.
And today, got more lists for Jeff. So this list here, I came up with here, this is the top 6 things the 1%er in the dealership does. You got 10 salesperson people in the dealership, that's one person. We got 20, we got 2, we got 30, we got 3 people doing this. So, Jeff, how important is it to be a successful salesperson in your opinion?
Well, a successful salesperson, I think is very important. If you're going into the world of sales, you're going to spend a lot of time and energy on a car lot, and it's hard work. So, if you're moving into all commission, I've always thought in my mind, you want to make the most out of every opportunity there. And you're going to see there's always those 2 to 3 guys that are always at the top of the dealership making all the money. And if you're going to spend this much time in an all-commission job, why not do what they're doing? Versus if you don't want to do that, go get a normal job and get a salary. But you're not. You're on commission. So we want to go over, if you're brand new in the business, what are some of the top things that the top guys are doing that's no secret?
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and start. Number 1. They are prepared for anything, especially on how to handle an objection.
Yeah, prepared for anything. So a lot of times you really want to have, some, I don't like to say word tracks, but you really do want to have a plan when somebody says, I'm just looking, I'm just passing through. And then, a new salesperson would probably say, okay, see you later, here's my card. Okay, that's not going to work long term, because a lot of times most buyers always say that. And so you want to really be prepared with maybe some of the top guys in the dealership. You want to shadow them, see what they're saying, see what's working. Obviously, we want to give you some things, but you really do want to be prepared. Have a few word tracks when people say, hey, we're getting ready to leave, we're just passing through, we don't have a lot of time. There's a few things that you can do, maybe a few questions you can ask people that can settle them down and keep them on the lot.
Yeah, so
you got to be prepared.
A lot of your objections are going to be based off of price and payment. Yeah. So these are things that you need to put in your tool belt, but you're going to run into all kinds of things. Like you're going to find somebody that's holding you up because they're worried about how much insurance is going to cost when they get the vehicle. So you want to have solutions for that. So we have insurance companies that we work with here for things like that. But just you're going to find things throughout your career, and you need to put those in that tool belt once you run across those objections. And then you not just be prepared, but like practice some of this stuff and practice your objections.
Grab another coworker before work and say, hey, hit me with a couple objections. I'm just looking, I don't have a lot of time, what's your best price? And have some comebacks to that.
All right, number 2, they are genuinely interested in their customers. They listen to their customers, ask the right questions, and solve the customer's problem or need.
Yeah. If I were new in the business, I would be less concerned about, I've got to sell a car, versus being really interested in listening to the customer and trying to land them on the vehicle that they're trying to be at. Mm-hmm. And again, being new in the business, you're going to learn a lot, but really just practice listening and asking a few questions to help narrow down the option, because we all know this, a confused buyer doesn't buy. Mm-hmm. And so you're trying to take all their confusion of price and models and this and that, listen a lot, and see if you can narrow down the vehicle. And if you can narrow down the vehicle, I think the money's really the easy part.
Yeah, also, I think just really taking care of your client, your customer, if the money is going to follow behind that.
Yeah, it really will.
So, just be there for your customer, be transparent, give them all the information, do the process the way they want to do it. Don't try to send them into this old school process, sit them down and all this stuff. You ask some questions and start moving in a direction that's going to help that customer. All right, number 3, check your ego at the door. Don't bring your household problems to work.
Yeah, check your ego at the door, I think, can be, hey, you know what? I can tell by the way the guy's walking, I'm not going to even talk to that guy. Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest mistakes. You know, once you get going, have a little bit of success, and you think you know it all, and you can tell by the people that pull up if it's worth your time or not. I think that's the worst thing. You always want to be hungry. You pretty much always want to talk to everybody, okay, unless they came in a motor scooter and they're under the age of 18. You know, I mean, you really never want to prejudge anyone. And that's what I would think is checking your ego out the door. You always want to greet somebody, even if it's for 3 or 4 minutes and you find out really quickly this isn't a buyer today, then that's okay. But at least you're never too good to talk to anybody. You're never too busy. I'm just looking for the big commission. I mean, come on. You always want to greet people. Check your ego out the door, and you'll be amazed on the deals that you will find by just, if your first impression is this isn't going to be a deal, you'll be amazed at the deals that actually happen.
I'm just going to add to this, and I'm going to bring Jeff back into this. Problems could be not just like you're having a fight with your significant other. What if you don't get enough sleep every night? You're up playing video games till 2 a.m. You're watching movies and hanging out with buddies and stuff. When you get a full night's sleep, Jeff, do you feel energetic to go work and have the energy you need for your customers?
I feel like I'm a different person. When I get to bed on time, I get in a routine, I get to work. Most of the time, you know, half my work week, I get to work an hour and a half early, get rested, get prepped for the day, okay? Yep.
I would say Jeff is one of the best at this. He's one of the best, like getting your day planned out and prepared to start his day. So yeah, like if he's on the later shift or 11 a.m., you'll see him here a couple hours early, just getting his day going. So by the time his real shift starts, he's out there. He's already out running.
Just the other day, you and I both had a deal because we came in early, 2 hours before our shift started.
So yeah, so I came in for an appointment and I bumped into customers on a lot. So our other team, the morning crew, was there. They were all hanging out at the reception desk. Nobody was watching the point, and I bump into these customers on a lot. Hey Jeff, I got these customers that are wanting to buy this Camry. I'll put you on my deal, so we make each other whole. And boom! But before we even started our day, what our shift started at, our 11 o'clock shift, we already had a deal on the board that day.
That's right. And we checked our ego out the door. We're not too private. Let's work a half deal together, and it turned out good.
This one has been one that it took me a while to learn, but now I'm, over the years I'm starting to get it. Managing the customer's expectations, be proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah, managing expectations could be, that's a pretty broad thing, but a lot of times their expectations are they want to be on a $50,000 vehicle, they have $2,000 down, and they want a $350 a month payment.
Yeah.
When I hear expectations, that's a lot, right? We call it they want champagne, but they're on a beer budget.
Yeah.
Okay. So the expectations are you really do want to ask good questions so you land them on the right car, not landing them on the $50,000 car with a $300 a month commitment. So you want to get people's expectations. And by asking good questions,
Jeff, I want to interrupt you right now. So let's go past that into okay, we've located, we test drove the car, they want to buy it, and then we're here on a Saturday. Well, we sell 17 yesterday, and at times it got extremely busy. All three finance managers were working with customers, and there was going to be a time that a customer was going to have to wait up to an hour to get in there. So telling the customers how long it's going to take to get through the sales process from the time we sit down till the time I'm going to wave goodbye to you.
Yeah, so that's another good one. So there's another expectation. Hey guys, it's extremely busy today. Don't be afraid and confident to say, hey, let's sign a few more papers. If you guys want to go and take a lunch break, we're going to be here. Again, you can feel your customer out, but yeah, you want to set that expectation. Most time finance takes a couple hours. And so right up front, guys, after we sign the paperwork, here's what we're going to do from here. It's going to be about another hour, maybe a wait, and probably another 45 minutes to your paperwork. I just want to be straight and up front. So either we can go over the car early and the delivery early, or we just need to let them know and say, hey, maybe it's time to take a quick little lunch break, and let's get as much as we can get done before we prep you for finance. I think that's...
That too, in post-sale, you want to get a bad survey, Get a back fence vehicle and tell the customer you're going to have it done in 1 or 2 days.
Never
Like
wanna
versus,
do that.
you want to. I always tell the customer it could take up to 7 days if there's parts we need to get. If you have a customer and we're not done with the vehicle, and you tell them a shorter time and it's not done, they get really upset.
Under promise.
And over deliver.
Over deliver in this business every time.
Next question. Jeff is very good at this because he's got that 4-1 rule. 1%er in a dealership sets daily goals.
Yeah, the 1%er does set daily goals. This is almost like a broken record. It takes 4 fresh ups to equal 1 sale nationally across the board. I don't care how you do it. If you sign up for your Pinnacle, if you sign up for this, the top guys in the business know if they had to start this all over again in a city they had 0 influence in, at any dealership in the country, if you make 4 contacts per day, you will get 1 sale per day. You can be bad, okay, and it's a numbers game, but average, that's what it is. Most people that are not successful do not put in the effort to get into 4 people a day, okay, and there's ways you do that. And we've got other videos for that. But just know that ratio. That's what the top guys are doing. They're getting in front of more people. They're getting in front of at least 4 a day.
And being internet manager and doing my own social media stuff, it's like I'm gonna get my live in. I'm gonna make those extra 10 tasks per 10 calls, 10 emails, 10 texts a day. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this every day because I know when I do that, what falls behind that is sales.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, last one here. This was one of my biggest, and that's why I made it the last. Probably is my biggest. A 1%er believes in daily training, and they're always looking to improve themselves, and especially looking to improve their weak points.
Yeah, I mean daily training. Whether it's the morning meetings that you have, you check your ego at the door. I'm all the time even seeing guys that are even better than me asking, "Hey, what are you doing that's working? What are you saying today?" And then even in the morning time is a good time to take inventory, to say, what can I do better today? What can I tighten up? I'll tell you something I did today. It's walking your inventory all the time. I make a fresh list sometimes of my used cars. I'll walk the inventory. I want to make myself better. I want to make myself more knowledgeable. And you know what happens most of the times when I walk the inventory? I run into a fresh customer that nobody else is seeing. So again, just this routine, getting yourself better, finding out what other guys are doing, dialing it in every day. You're going to see the 1 to 3%ers in a dealership. They never have downtime. They're always doing something to make themselves better every day.
And I've had so many compliments over the years. Customers saying, I was just over at ABC, wherever, and they said that customer or the salesperson was terrible, didn't know how to answer questions, was pushy, versus I ask questions, I'm knowledgeable. I'm not just knowledgeable about Toyota product, I'm knowledgeable about a lot of product. I watch a lot of product videos on YouTube, and so I know about a lot of different vehicles and know what they're capable of and what their key points and features are, and what my features that are selling points and edges against the product. And even when I'm selling maybe the competitor line as a used vehicle, I know about it. I know what stuff has in it and things like that. So that stuff I've always felt is important.
It's great. I think we got right to the point.
Yeah.
If I could leave one last thing, if the one little tip you got, just walk your inventory every day. That will make you better. If you're a new guy, you don't even know all the lines, you don't know what it is, walk your inventory every day. You will be amazed how much product knowledge you get by just doing that.
For sure. Again, I want to thank you again for watching the Jeff and Hammy Show. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.